What's up, guys? This is your host, Rendi, and this is truly the first episode of Rendi versus the world. Now, I'm a cave-dwelling neckbeard who spends 16 hours a day on his computer for a living. So, it's kind of hard being in this environment. I've accumulated many mental illnesses, disassociation, all that good stuff while being in this occupation in this wonderful field of work. I've decided what's best for my health, for my mentally ill self, is to go out and expose myself to environments that normally I would not take friendly or kindly to. As well, I've been recently in some big internet drama. I've had to prove my innocence without really any possible way to do so. And I figured, if I'm away from my computers, I can't do any more harmful activity to games and game companies accusing me of doing that harmful activity, as well as once again expose myself and get some mental help. It's all going to be exposure therapy. I'm going to expose myself to the elements here. I did a test run this weekend with this, and I went to an Airbnb for a short vacation, and the things I was accused of still ended up happening, even though I personally took a break from technology without a computer. So I figured this would be a good plan and a good start. If I could go out to the wilderness, out to the forest somewhere, the grassy knolls, I could, pretty much prove my innocence for the entire year if I spend a year out there, because I wouldn't technically have a computer. Now, there were some people who were saying and speculating that I couldn't prove my innocence and I couldn't get away from this drama even with this. They were saying I could call my family up or something and tell them to log on 2,000 accounts and crash game servers on this game. But anyways, we're doing this for our personal gain, more so than to get away from internet drama. But that's just an added bonus, I guess you could say. So into the wilderness we go. I'm going to hopefully avoid human contact for today's first episode of Rendi versus the world. Because I'm not yet ready for human contact, obviously. Look at me. Okay? Not yet ready for that. So instead, I decided, let's go out into the middle of the fucking forest. In the middle of the heat, by the way, it's like the highest heat index all summer right now. It's like 110 degrees. And I'm gonna go out in the forest, expose myself to the elements with all my mental conditions and my mentally ill self, and just document what happens. And before I went and decided to do this, I had a nice lunch delivered here to keep me hungry for at least a few days. Cheesy's Pizza. Now, Cheesy's Pizza is actually kind of in the ghetto, but I had it delivered here because, I can hardly drive as well, which is going to be another thing to overcome. I have to drive to this location I'm planning on going to. So, this is going to be fun! Let's get out of the car. Let's go. Let's do this. Time's a wasting. Oh, man, there's people everywhere. There's houses right next to me. Okay. Fuck this, dude. I look like... Dude, there were people over there at that tennis court just staring at me like there's something wrong with me, dude. They're just staring at me. You might have wondered, why did Rendi gain so much damn weight? Well, in fact, I didn't gain any weight at all. I just got a little bit of a beer belly. So I brought some shades to shade myself from the blinding fucking light out here. But I can't even see, I realized. So I feel like that's kind of a flaw in this concept. Another thing I brought for my balding caveman-like head was this, what are these called? I don't think it's called a do-rag. but it's fuck, what is this thing called? A soul cap? So we've made it out here. You can hear people hitting tennis balls, so it means we're not far from society in case we need to, you know, in case of an emergency, because I've never actually been out in a forest before, around it, actually even this close to a tree to be in fact. And there's trees all around us. It's kind of creepy. There's even this one weird looking tree over here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, man, that Cheesy's Pizza, I don't think that was a good idea. I'm gonna give you guys a challenge. Anyone who can find this mark on this tree in Tulsa, Oklahoma, is going to win a prize. You know what that prize is gonna be? It's going to be the only chance you'll ever have of tasting Rendi's spit off of a fucking tree. I almost just fell backwards down this cliff here. If you guys didn't know, when you do go hiking or outdoors, you probably want to wear some shoes like this so your feet can get a lot of air and breathability. I've read basically that anything you can do to stop dehydration, obviously, look at this, is something you should do. Dehydration is your worst enemy, not your best friend, okay? If anything serious is going to happen out here, it's going to be me passing out from dehydration and tumbling down those rocks right there to my death. Something a person with panic disorder like myself and disassociation thinks about on a daily basis and really doesn't want to happen. So that's why we're out here for episode number 1, the Rendi versus the World saga. I'm exposing myself to the elements and the extreme fucking heat, but I don't think this is enough. As you can see, we're in the shade. I'm pretty sure I've touched like 1,000 plants of poison ivy because I have no fucking idea what that even looks like because I've never truly been outside in an environment like this. Hey look, someone else has been getting hydrated out here. What is that, a can of Bush from like 1960? It's probably the last person who fucking died out here, huh? I don't know if it's the combination of Budweiser Zero, shellfish, and Cheesy's Pizza, or just the heat that's getting me a little nauseous out here, man. Or maybe it's the fact that I'm carrying around 8 cans of beer around my fucking neck and my lower back's about to give out. We've only been out here about 5 minutes. Hold on one second, I gotta take this call. Yeah, hello, Grandma. Can you log in on those 2,000 accounts and roll up with your 1,500 bot clients to crash those worlds? I'm feeling pretty good right now. Enjoying the great fucking outdoors out here. This is really growing on me. You know, I could almost live down here. I could drink out of this river, this clean river, so I could stay hydrated. Once I run out of these 8 beers on my chest, I could build a camp over there in that poison ivy. I don't feel much anxiety out here. It's almost like there's nobody out here. So I think we're gonna have to step up our game next time. But like I said, we're gonna have to stay out here for much, much longer so we don't get blamed for the next world crash. I don't know, that could be in the next 6 months, year, 2 years even. But I'm prepared to do it. I did realize one problem though. My phone here is likely not gonna last 6 months or 2 years. Holy shit, there's a bird. I hate birds. On that note, you're just gonna have to take my word for it, and then we're back on square one. I have no alibi, no proof. I should have brought like 50 battery packs to last me the next 2 years to show you all that I'm in fact outside, away from computers and technology, and not on the internet dealing with drama from a day-to-day basis. In my time outside, I've already found out one thing through my amazing deductive reasoning and high IQ brain. The closer I am to water, the more fucking bugs start to come up and bite my fucking ankles. So even though it's cooler down here, there's more shade, and we get away from dehydration. You never know what's gonna hit you next. You might get like West Nile. I might die out here from fucking West Nile. So I'm gonna head up back uphill, get some sun, and just chug down these brews. You know, if we're being honest, I don't know if this tool I brought along with me for survival is even legal to have out here. Luckily, we're YouTube celebrities, so we really don't have to worry much about that. And the other thing though was, you know, I might get demonetized, but guess what? This channel ain't even monetized, bitches. Joke's on you. I decided to go out and actually do this video because the other day was the first day I was able to physically drive myself alone a considerable distance. And I felt none of the head spinning. Everything was fine, no real anxiety. And right now, I feel a little bit of anxiety, but in all honesty, if I would have done this a month ago, man, I would have been right there, fucking squirming on the floor, on the ground. So I just wanted to tell you all, there's hope out there. Get on some medication if you haven't tried it yet. It doesn't work for everyone, but it's definitely working out for me. I've taken a nice hefty break off of alcohol as well, which is probably contributing help. And I've gotten my sleep schedule regulated, and as you'll see, the sun is going down as we speak. So I will have to spend the first night out here. My phone's about to die, unfortunately. And like I said, this could take 6 months to 2 years before the next world crash. You never know what's gonna happen. But to prove my innocence, once again, we are out here without technology, and I hope to speak to you all then. Someone please crash the world fast so I don't have to stay out here much longer, please. Thank you.